Hey, it's week 7, um, and it's a free week. Before I get into what I'm going to talk about, this goes out to Moose, Viva La Revolution. I don't think you should have been banned, so, yeah, come back. The topic that I'm going to talk about is a little bit of everything, I guess you can say. I'm going to talk a little bit about diets because it's been on my mind for a while, and maybe some other stuff. So let's see how this goes. My experience with dieting has been a roller coaster. I have been on a diet forever, literally, since I was about 2. That's 20 years of dieting. Well, kind of. When I was younger, I was on probably 100 different diets by the time I was 18. They all didn't work. I lost my most weight. I lost the most weight when I wasn't dieting at all, when I wasn't watching what I ate. I'm not a medical profession. I don't know if that'll work for you. That's just how it was for me. The diet industry is worth billions of dollars. If all of that stuff out there worked, then everybody taking that stuff wouldn't be fat. And apparently they would be happy because they were thin. Not true. I'm fat and happy. The next thing I'm going to talk about is my family, because my sister says this to me all the time. She says, "You're not fat, you're my sister." And I have to stop, and I just look at her crazy, because I am fat. And I know that she knows that I don't have a problem with it, that I think I'm wonderful, just how I am. But she really has a problem with fat. I mean, my sister is tiny. She probably wears a 6 or a 4, something like that. She's very, very thin. And she has an eating disorder. She knows she has an eating disorder, but she doesn't address it. And it really kills me because she has 3 kids, and her older 2 are bigger. They're both chubby. And I would really hate to see them grow up and have this deformed notion in their head about what they should look like. And I really, really would hate to see my sister talk down to them because they're big kids. I want to boost them up, and I do whenever possible. I tell them that their body is not anything to be ashamed of. And it's like when they were a little younger, they would come and they would get on me, and they like my arms. I have fat arms. And they would say that that was my Pauline sauce. Like that was my fat. And I remember I was riding in the car one day with my nephew, and he called me a big fat fatty. Big fat fatty. And I kind of stopped for a second. I'm like, you think is that bad because I'm fat? Does that make me a bad person? No. And it's awkward when kids do that, because I'm a grown woman. I've already been through the whole teasing thing, whatever. But to have your nephew or whatever think it's bad to be fat. And it's not bad. Not at all. I mean, health issues, sure, if you have health issues, you should take care of them. But I'm completely healthy. And that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize, is that you can be fat and healthy at the same time. Living proof right here. I'm going to talk about doctors, because my old doctor told me that I had a pretty face, but since I was overweight, it didn't count. That bothered me a lot. Why? Because she's a medical professional. It's very inappropriate to say. And obviously I had no problem getting into a relationship. And she knew this, because she asked. My thoughts, my final thoughts for this video are, you know what? Put the brakes on. I want to talk about loving yourself, because I read this post the other day on Tumblr that this girl thought that she needed to love herself because Adele told her so, and that blog that I subscribe to told her so. And this is what I'm going to say about that. You don't need anybody to tell you to love yourself. I'm not telling you that you need to love yourself. What I'm telling you is that life is so much better if you love yourself. And if I told you to love yourself and you tried to love yourself, then it would be an ingenuine feeling. And loving yourself needs to be a genuine thing. You need to have true feelings about your body, about yourself, about everything, mind, body, and soul. They all need to be true. They all need to come from you. They all need to be your original thoughts. And they all need to be 100% real. You can't pretend to love yourself, because eventually it's going to backfire, and you're going to get caught up in, oh, this guy didn't like me, this girl didn't like me, oh, woe is me, I'm fat, I'm going to cry because I'm fat. No. If you love yourself, if you really want to love yourself, go on that journey. Get to know yourself. Learn about yourself. Learn about your body. Learn about your mind. Expand a little bit. And just love you for how you are. Because you're wonderful. It's like me. I have fabulous tattooed on my hip. I'm fabulous. And that's just how I feel about myself. That's what I know about myself, and that's how it is. So, those are my thoughts for this week. Stay tuned for Tiger coming up next. And, Kat, your video was awesome. Made me want to cry. It was great. So, I'll see you all next week.